Hello everybody, welcome back. We're here today to start on our altered book. Now, as I said in the last video, I haven't done anything on this book so far while I've been away. It's just been sat drying. So we're going to get started on the first couple of pages today. The only thing I have done off camera is I have run some washi tape down the middle here just to improve the look of the brown packing tape that I had underneath, because it is going to be visible on some of these pages. And I've also, just for the sake of time, I have gone ahead and had a think about what I want to put on the pages, and I have also measured out some of my paper ready to go. So we'll start on this page here, and I haven't stuck anything together, so I can completely walk you through what it is I'm going to do. So let's just start at the beginning. This was the front, and then I left a couple of pages. I still don't know what I'm going to do on there, so I'm going to leave those for the moment. I've left these pages here. Again, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do, because I do want to keep some of this original aging and brownness, and I love all these. I mean, it's probably mould, but it looks nice. So yeah, so I'm wanting to keep some of that. So I've made a start. I'm going to call this my first page. And all I've done is cut a piece of tea dyed paper to size. This is just one that I did in the garden over the summer. I just put a stencil over it as I sprayed, and it made this nice kind of, I don't know, is it like a cross hatch or lattice effect? So that looks quite pretty. I mean, most of it's going to be covered up, but it just went. I felt like it went nicely. And all I've done is inked around the side, and I've also inked around the side of this page. So I'm going to put some glue in the centre of this page, and I'm also going to top it up with some of this tacky glue that I like, just to help get it all stuck down nice and quickly, and to help prevent any warping. It did actually work really well, that tacky glue, for stopping warping. So I'm going to put some Pritt stick in the middle here. I mean, you probably can't see what I'm doing, but... And then I'm going to put some tacky glue around the outside. I'm hoping I don't get any sound issues on this video. I seem to be having a bit of a problem with my sound. I don't know why, but the microphone, it's obviously catching on something and it's wrinkling. And I haven't worked out what it is. So apologies if the sound is a bit frustrating throughout the video. It's not done on purpose. I just need to work out what it is to be able to fix it. So that's on there like that, and all I'm going to do is get this on here as straight as I can. I've left a little bit of gap, a little bit of room at the top and at the bottom. And I've also left a bit of a space here so that when I close the book, it's not closing right into the spine. So let's get that stuck down. All of the glue spread. Like this. And I'm just going to get some tissue. Where's my Yeah, I'm just going to get some tissue to get rid of. Got a little bit of glue up there. So I'll get rid of that. check that's straight. Well, it's straightish. And then what I thought I would do is I found one of these envelopes, and with it being the first page, I thought I would put it on there like that and glue it down here and down here, and that would make a belly band. So I just changed the string. It was a white string, like a white cotton string, so I just changed it for something a bit more in keeping. I'm just for now going to wrap this around so I can see how long I want it. Okay, probably cut that about there. Okay, so that's that ready to go. I'm just going to put that over to one side. I did add a little bit of pattern paper onto here just when I was thinking about what to do, and I found these lovely cut-out leaves. So I thought they would look nice on there as some decoration, as that one. And there's this one here. So I'm going to get those stuck down. Now, I'm not sure the best way, did I have it that way? Yeah. Whether to use a little bit of just a few dabs of this tacky glue and then see if it'll stick like that. The easiest, it doesn't appear to be the easiest thing to stick down, because the surface of these little cutouts isn't very wide. So I'll just see how this goes, and hopefully I'll be able to get it stuck down. If not, we'll think of something else. Pritt stick maybe, although I don't want to. I don't want to risk snapping any of these little delicate bits. I'm concentrating, sorry, that's why I keep stopping talking. Right, so let's get that on. We'll put that here. Just let's move this book. And we'll put it about there. And I'm just going to get a tissue so I can dab it down carefully. And hopefully any of the excess glue will come off with the tissue. And I won't end up with too much around the outside. But yeah, these aren't the easiest to stick. Let's just dab some glue off there. I think once it dries and it's dried clear, that should be okay. Oops. Just try and remove some bits of the glue here from the edges. Okay. Right, so that's that on there. I'm going to put the other one at the top. And apart from that, I'm not going to do anything else to this envelope, because I think that's enough, because what I've got planned for this other page, it's quite busy. So I think that's enough. So we'll leave that like that, and then we'll get this other leaf stuck down. And again, I'm going to use this tacky glue. This one might be a bit easier. Can you see what I'm doing? So I hope you're all doing very, very well, and that the autumn air is serving you well. I love this time of year. I need to make sure that I'm making a proper special effort to get out walking, because sometimes with being self-employed, I get up, sit down at my desk in my room, and that's it for the day. The day goes, and before you know it, it's school pick up. You know, and you've got things to do then in the evening. I think when you go out to work, even if it's getting to work, you know, you're out the house, you're getting that exercise, which you don't necessarily get when you work from home. And I think that's one of the downsides of it, is that it's really easy to lose yourself in your little bubble. So yeah, so I'm gonna try really hard to make sure I get out and about and get some walking done. No, I don't think I've put that on quite in the right place. It needs to go up there a little bit. That's it. Oh, I tell you what, these leaves are nice, but they aren't half fiddly. And glue all over the place. So again, I'm just going to try now and dab off any of this excess glue that doesn't belong. Lift it up like that so I can see what I'm doing. And any bits that are sticking up, I'll just go back in once it's dry and stick those down. Just try and remove as much spare glue as I can. Okay, and I'll leave it there, and I will just tidy that up once that glue's dried. So that's that's going on there as a belly band. Right, so now inside, or at the back of the belly band I should say, I'm going to make a long tag. Now this tag is actually from, one second, sorry, I just dropped my card. This tag is actually from the whole book challenge. I can't remember whose idea it was, but all it is a piece of book page folded in half, and then a tag shape cut out the top, and then some journaling space at the back. I haven't done anything sorry, not at the back, in the middle. I haven't done anything on the back as such, but I'm just going to decorate the front for now, and that is the perfect size for slotting behind there. So I'm just going to get this envelope and the book out of the way so that I can concentrate on this. So I'll just pop that to one side. Okay, so all I've done is cut out a piece of paper. This is from Louisa Heinzel's kit. I think it's the Watching Over You kit. So I've just cut that to size there. So I'm going to get that stuck down. So, and I'll just use the Pritt stick for this. Right, so that's going to go there. I just put a little bit of ink around the side as well. I'll try and get these things on in the middle, but it's a lot more difficult on camera when you're at a certain angle. Okay, that's going to go on there. Like that. And then what I thought I would do is, I've got a piece of this, I think it's called raffia. I'm just going to flatten it out a little bit, like this. And what I thought was, I could put that there. I'm going to have to cut it to length a little bit, but I could put that there. Then I've got 3 butterflies from it. These are Louisa Heinzel, but they're not from the Watching Over You kit. They're a separate thing. I'm going to put the 3 butterflies on there like that. And I just thought having the strip at the bottom, at the back, just helped to ground the circles a little bit. Otherwise I thought they were just kind of floating. So I'm just going to get a little piece of washi. If I can find the end. Come on, where are you? Okay, I'm going to get a little bit of washi and I'm just going to hold that down there so then I can measure out how much of this I want and just make sure that's a little bit flatter. Okay, and I want to cut about there, right, and that will just sit then going down the centre. So put some glue on, right down the back. I'll use the tacky glue for this. And hopefully this will hold pretty well. Okay. Take that off. And I'm going to try and get this as centered as possible. Down the middle. Like that. Okay, a little bit wonky at the bottom, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be completely straight. Okay, and then I'm going to put these butterflies on, and I thought I would do it lightest to darkest, just so it looks a little bit balanced. So I'll use the Pritt stick for that. And I've just printed these on normal copy paper. It's nothing special, you know, they're not on anything fancy. Put that there like that. So that's on there. And I've just centered it, so I've got kind of the wings coming out at equal parts, and so at the center of the circle, just in the center of that little the little rope, the little string. I'm sorry, I'm really not I'm not explaining myself very well today. I'm very, very tired. I didn't sleep very well. And I've just got loads, you know, when you've just got loads on your mind, nothing, you know, nothing major, just when you've got loads to do, and you know that you've got loads to do, and you're tired, and it's just, you know, everything's just a hassle. But yeah, so if I'm not making much sense, that's why. Okay, so let's get this stuck down like this, trying to leave equal room as well between the butterflies and the top and the bottom. I'm just going to hold it up so I can get the angle. Okay, like that. And I think that is a very simple but effective piece of decoration. I needed something flat that was going to be able to fit underneath that envelope. So yeah, I'm happy with that. And what I'll probably do on the back is just put some more journaling space, to be honest, or maybe like a photo mat, and I could put a long photo there if I wanted to. So yeah, happy with that. Right, so let me get the book. Okay, right, so the envelope is looking okay. I will stick the rest of those leaves down off camera. Just going to do this up so I know where I'm at. Like that. And we can have this now stuck here and here, there, and then that will go through. So let me get some glue on there. I'm thinking as well I might want it just a little bit darker with the Distress ink. Just scrunch it up a tiny bit, just kind of onto the brown. I do like a good inking on this colour. I think it can take it with it being a craft, like a craft colour. Okay. Right, so let's get some glue down each side. Like this. I'm going to go as thin as I can with the line of glue, because I want to leave as much room as I can in the middle to fit that tag in. Okay. And then I'm going to just get this centered on this page. About there. Press that down. Some tissue. Like that. Okay, so that's stuck. Is that straight? It's too late now if it isn't, but it looks pretty straight to me. So that's what we've got so far, and then that will go in there like that. And I will probably maybe put some journaling paper in there as well. Now I'm just going to pause you for a minute. I'm going to get what I've got planned for this page, and then I'll be back. Alright, so for this page I've got a few things ready. I have cut out again just some tea dyed, well it wasn't tea dyed, it was coffee dyed papers, which are going to go in there like that. And I've done it kind of like a bit of like a patchwork effect. I thought that looked quite nice. I have found this printed doily, which I thought looked nice sticking out like that. So that's going to go in there. I have already pre-cut what I want to go on this page. I might just make it a little bit shorter here. But yeah, I have already pre-cut it because, well, just to save time really. And also I had that much paper on my desk. I needed to just think and clear my head. So that will go there. This is another little pocket that we made on the whole book challenge. Again, I can't remember which creator made these. There's been quite a few actually. But anything that I've mentioned that's been on the whole book challenge, I really would recommend going to watch. Number one, because I'm not going to be able to remember everybody who's made something. You know, there's 31 people. Well, some people are having 2 goes, so maybe say 25 to 30 people, 30 different channels doing different ideas, and I really can't, even already at this stage I've forgotten. But I really would encourage you to go and have a look, because obviously number one, I can't remember the names, And number two, it'd be nice to give them the view, you know, for coming up with their ideas and the content that they've put out. So this is from one of the latest challenges, and I've just got a little sticker here that I'm going to put on. And I'm not going to do anything else with that pocket because I think the contrast with the quite busy pattern here, it's just nice. It just kind of plays it off nicely. So throughout the book I probably will keep it to quite pops of bold pattern and then some kind of more muted colours as well. So I'll pop that to one side. I'll pop that to one side and that, and the first thing we'll do is get this stuck down. Again, just cut them to size and inked around the edges. And I do want to leave a little bit of a border. Just around here to frame the book. I'm just going to stand up. Okay, and that can go down there. Excuse me if you can hear my chair, I just stood up for a second and wheeled my chair back. Let's just check it's all down. Oh, it's curling up a bit there. That's it, now we're all nice and stuck. And the same thing, that one's just going to go in here. Now just let me check, which way did I have it? I think it's that way. Is it that way? Yeah, I think it was that way. Okay. So we'll get this stuck. And I'm just going to line it up. I'm going to line the top up here and leave about the same on the edge here. And make sure that that's all nicely glued as well. Okay, so that's that. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on here. Now you can see why I've put the washi tape down, because there is quite a lot of this spine on view, and I just didn't feel like the backing tape set it off very well. So I chose this washi where it's got some blue to go with the blue here, and there's a bit of pink to go with the pink flowers. So I'm going to do that. I am just going to, though, cut this down a little bit, or I might just fold it. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's better. I could have put it, I could choose to put it on as a pocket. I'm not going to, because I think that's enough, and I don't really want to put any more pressure onto here, because it's, you know, that's quite a wide pocket there to begin with. I have inked around it, but you can't really tell because of the pattern. So let's just get this little bit stuck, and then I will use the Pritt stick, and I will also use a little bit of that tacky glue. Oops. Because I'm not sure how well, with it being a little bit slippy, this kind of calendar paper, I'm not sure how well it will adhere, so let's use a little bit of this as well. This is becoming my new favourite glue for using with book pages, because it's it dries so quickly. Well, actually, no, it doesn't dry quickly. It sticks quickly. It's quite a slow drying glue from what I believe. But because it tacks, your things don't slide around as much. And it's just nice to work with, and it's been really nice to work with on book pages because I've not felt like it's moved them or disrupted them too much. Now I'm just going to check. Can you see how I've left the spine there? Again, I didn't want to put anything into this spine. The washi tape does its job. It's decorative. It looks nice there. So let's get all of that glued onto there. Next thing, I'm going to put this down. I've made a little mark about, yeah, there it is. Can you see? I don't know if you can see in the camera. Just so I can cut that off because I don't want to waste. So it'll sit about there. I really don't want to waste the other bit of this if it's not going to be seen, because it's, well, it's nice, isn't it? Let's just cut this off. I've got the big scissors, so hopefully I can go across in one. Let's see if I can get this straight. Not bad. So that's going to stick down there like that. And I just thought it gave it a little something. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't inked that, and I want to. So just let me put, just to define the edges a little bit with it being on top of there. I'll just put a little bit of ink around there. I can't remember where I got this from. It was in one of those, you know, you can buy like on AliExpress and places like that. And they do like these little paper packs, and they've got little strips of paper and stickers and random bits in them. I think it's from one of those. So I'm going to put that there, like that. Right, so let me stick that down. Just using the Pritt stick for this one. Get that stuck about there. Right. Now, that should go far enough down. Yeah, it just meets where this pocket is, so unless you're looking from it that way, you can't see that the other half isn't there. So that's on there like that. Now, I want this on here. Now the choice is, do I just stick it down, you know, stick the whole thing down, or do I leave, you know, like leave a tuck there? The butterfly is going to go there, so if I did leave a tuck, I wouldn't be able to get much in there. I would only be able to get kind of like a small little tag, but I suppose the option would be there, wouldn't it? So I might do that. So I might glue, yeah, I might glue to about here, to that corner. Would that work? Actually, no, I'm just going to glue the whole thing, because if I did that, this bit's going to start flapping up. Yeah, so I just don't think, yeah, I think it'd just be best to glue the whole lot down. So before I do that, let me put this sticker on. Again, this is just one of those stickers in one of those random packs that you tend to get, that I found. I could have maybe put some glue on that, but if I burnish it really well, it should be fine. And this is for my personal use, so if anything comes off, I can always re-stick it. So that's that. That's going to go on there like that. So let's stick this down. Yeah, and I think this pocket as well, there's plenty of spaces in there to create, you know, not to create, but to kind of make the most of. So is that straight? Yeah. Yeah, because we've got this one here and this one, this one, and this one. You know, it's plenty to go at, and that massive one. So it's probably best to just have it all stuck down nice and secure. So let's get this back in the middle. I've gone off screen a little bit. Right, so, and then I thought this butterfly might look nice there because of the butterflies on this tag here. I thought it tied in nicely together. And similar colours as well, and I quite like, because it's a woodland themed, I quite like the darkness of this butterfly. You know, it doesn't look too bright and summery. So stick that down, may as well get that done. Where should we have it? About there. Well, that will do. It's down now. And so it just tucks over this pocket, but you can still, oh, close that pocket up. Well done, Donna. Yeah, don't close your pockets up. I might have to cut that off. Or I could just leave it and not have a pocket there. Yeah, I could just leave that one and put a tiny little stamp or something in there. But yeah, so you can still fit things in. You'll just put it on top of the butterfly. Okay, so that's that. This should now fit, let me move my stuff in there like that. And this is how we're looking so far. Now, the last thing that I've got to do is, when I was kind of thinking about the papers I wanted to use and what I wanted to do, I felt like I had a lot of colour here and no colour on this side, and I wanted to do something to kind of bring these colours over here. I didn't want to use any more of this because, one, I was finding it a little bit awkward. I mean, I could have put a bit there, but with that being a rounded corner, and I don't know, I couldn't really work out what I wanted to do. And then I found this little bit of ribbon and some cheesecloth, and when I put them together like that, I thought, oh, that looks really pretty because it's got all the same colours from this page, and it kind of all ties it all together. But then I thought, it's quite bulky, obviously. We're using a book. The spine's not massive, even though we've taken loads of pages out. You know, is it going to be a problem? But then I remembered that on the whole book challenge, one of the channels, oh, I can't remember her name, but it was quite at the beginning, I would say maybe day 2 or day 3. She made some altered, what are these called? Paper clips with the book pages. And the idea is that she did them in strips. Please go and watch her video, or, you know, go and watch a tutorial on how to do altered paper clips. And she did them on strips ready. And what she does is just keeps them on strips of paper and then cuts them when she's ready to use. So she's got all her altered paper clip bases done. And I thought, why not use one of those? So what I could do is stick this onto one of those bases and then have it as a paper clip that clips onto here. So then if it starts to be a problem, I can just take it off, use it elsewhere, and maybe put a label on there or something. So I'm going to go and get one of those bases, bear with me, and then I'll be back. So these are the altered paperclip bases here. The paperclip's just in between two layers. So to achieve that, you just fold a piece of paper in half, put your paper clips down, then do exactly the same with another piece of paper, fold it in half again and put it over the top so that now your paper clip is in the middle here. Stick this one on top of that one and then just cut, and it makes your little squares. So all I've done is got one of those squares that we made in the challenge and just stuck my bits of ribbon on top, basically. I put a little tab, just found a little bit of ribbon. I put a tab here just to help me pull it on and off, secured with some double-sided tape. And all I'm going to do off camera, I won't do it now, is I'll just put something decorative there perhaps just to cover that up, and that will then slide. I won't do it now because it's wet. That will then just slide on there and it will sit on there as a paper clip. So that's that for this video. I'm going to leave it there with those first two pages done. I like the way it's looking. I may already, when I come back for the next video, have made a start possibly on here. I might I've put some backing papers on, but it won't be anything massive, you know, it won't be anything complicated. It will all be pretty self-explanatory as to what I've done. And as I say, anything that's kind of that I'm making new or that kind of needs some kind of explanation or demonstration, I will do on camera. But just for the sake of actually getting this finished before the new year, because it is a Woodland Autumn book, I may have done bits and bobs by the time I get back. But that's a start. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you're crafting along, let me know how you got on. And I would love to see any pictures. If you would like to send me any pictures or tag me in any pictures, that would be great. So I will see you again very soon. Until then, take care.